Hello! Welcome. The only reason I say hello like that, knowing that Instagram is trying to connect me, is because I know when you're watching replay, then you have those few moments. So I'm saying welcome to anyone watching in replay, waiting for my people to connect live. And today I wanted to talk about the different layers of inner transformation. It's a subject that is really dear to me because I had one of my best friends over the phone this morning and we were talking and just remembering where we were just a few years ago and how crazy our life changed and transformed. And what can happen when you work on yourself, on your inner alchemy. Inner Alchemy is the name of my masterclass, Woman Circle event, spiritual gathering that happened on Friday. I'm so excited because really that transformation, we think that, I was talking about this to a friend the other day where in our work, it's very difficult to advertise our services. Because if we are like a business coach or if we are a fitness coach, you can show a picture. If you're a fitness coach, you can show a picture before and after. You can see a physical transformation, right? Someone losing weight or someone getting like fit. I was like, feet. And you can actually see it with your eyes. If you're a business coach, then you can see like your income or the number of clients that you help your clients. But when you work on other realms, when you work in that inner alchemy, that inner transformation, it's harder to talk about it because it's inside. And of course, then it shows on the outside because your relationship gets better. Your outer reality, like your work, or if you're an entrepreneur, your business is going better. Like everything changes on the outside, but it starts within. And it's hard to find the words to actually describe what is happening inside of us, isn't it? I'm really excited. I'm a bit like, need to take a breath. Not really grounded today. I'm just like, I don't know. Usually coffee doesn't do anything to me. I can drink like 6 coffee before sleep. Today I just had one and I feel the excitement, but also I know I have a lot of things on my plate today. What I was saying, let's try to come back full circle. So that different, what I really wanted to share today. Let's get serious. Never. Those different layers of transformation is working on the mindset. That's where I started a few years ago. And when I say a few years ago, I mean like 8 years ago. That's really like, I started with that way before I had my spiritual awakening, way before I was conscious about myself, like way before I developed a very deep self-awareness. I was already working on my mindset. Because to me, that's the easier entrance. Because it's quite easy to, when I say easy, I mean like it's simple. It's not easy. Like it's simple to go and do some journal prompts. It's simple to watch an inspiring talk or an inspiring video or listen to someone that is inspiring and shift your perspective, shift your mindset. It just takes to recognize what you think, realizing that it might be a limiting belief. And I don't really say limiting beliefs. I prefer to call it limiting choices because we choose over and over again to believe into that. Nobody is forcing us when we are grown-up adults and we choose what we think. When we are a child and something happens to us, there is a reason why we had this belief in the first place, but then it's our choices to bring awareness to it. And so limiting choices. And so when you have these limiting choices, it's easy, simple to see it, to put a light on it, and then to decide, hello Kevin, and then to decide, okay, I'm gonna shift my perspective on it. I'm gonna look at people that think a different way, a different perspective. Like, let's say I have a limiting belief that I cannot do what I want to do because I don't have enough experience. It's easy to shift that. I'm gonna prove myself, doing the inner work, proving myself that I can actually do whatever I want. That's quite simple. Not easy, but simple. So that's, I would say, the first layer is the mind, is shifting your perspective. So like you unlock everything that needs to be unlocked. So you bring to you, you attract to you, you create what you want. You need that open, open mindset. And you can do that by many different things, like I love having this idea of expander, getting into groups, getting inspired, so your mind can have a reference point of what is possible. Then there is different layers. Then you go deeper, and that's working more in the healing journey of your transformation. It's going into wounds and hurts and pain that is present within you from childhood, from ancestral trauma, and this takes different work on itself. It's not gonna happen just because you bring awareness to it. Healing is not just, I believe awareness is the first step, but then there is something to be done. And I'm talking just from my own experience. Every time I say something, even if I say like, we have to, and I get into that teacher mode, I'm always talking from my own experience. I don't own any truth. I just have my truth, my experience. And I don't pretend to own the truth with a capital T, and no. So I just wanted to say that. So in my own experience, going into those wounds and doing the healing, it took different stuff on itself, such as nervous system work. That was a big one, because to only explore and bring up the wound, you need to have you don't need to have anything, but you want to it takes a lot of courage. That's what I want to share here. It takes a lot of courage to stop bullshitting yourself, stop lying to yourself, stop pretending, and just going and explore that part of you. So your whole system needs to be on board with that, which means like your nervous system, your body, just yourself, your being like, it's okay, we can do it, we're not gonna die, we can do hard things, we can face whatever pain or wound is here, so we can alchemize it and bring that healing. Healing is really an alchemy of, I had those experiences. I don't know if you had to, let me know in the comment. I would love to know if you have that, if you share that as well. I had this experience where you actually change the timeline. Like you put yourself in meditation or whatever. For me, it looks like a meditation, or when I'm journaling and I revisit a moment, a very painful moment in my life, and I bring the me that I am now to the me that I was then, in pain, crying, or just going through a hard time. And I give myself everything that I needed back then. And I'm hugging myself in visualization, in meditation, in trance state. And I hug myself and I'm telling myself, you're gonna be okay, everything is gonna be alright, everything is gonna be okay. You can do it, and trust that the future holds so much. Like I just give myself that presence, and by doing that, it's just as if I'm changing history and I'm changing the timeline, because I'm giving myself what I needed back then, and in the now moment, because that's only what exists, right? In the now moment, this inner alchemy is helping me to heal. And that's I still have the memory, but the feeling around it and the way I carry it in my body and in my life is completely different, because I sealed it, I completed it. And so that's also what I talk about with that inner alchemy, is transforming your pain into pleasure, into strength, transforming, you know, the wounds and the things that, you know, is blocking you, and it's just like this, you know, I don't know how to describe it better than just this feeling of like, oh, this is all constricted and it's blocking me and I cannot move on and I cannot have what I want. And I think this is the best way I can show it. And it's transforming that into, oh, wow, okay, I can actually expand from it. I can actually grow from it. I can actually be more of myself, be more expressed, be more happy, be more, just do more, be more, and flourish and blossom like a beautiful flower. So there is this layers. There is also a layer that is so important, which is the energetics. Working with your energetic bodies and working in with higher realms. It's all that is unseen, and that's to me the deeper work, because the mind and the mindset, you can actually see it, you can know it, it's in the conscious mind. When you start working deeper, it's a different form of transformation, because you unlock some stuff in the things you cannot see. Things you can feel, things you can see. If you activate your psychic ability, you can actually see auras and stuff. But it's also a lot with, okay, I'm gonna share a story, very personal story. So about 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago, I had an abortion. That was a very painful moment in my life, very difficult time. I got really depressed, like physically, emotionally, everything was super heavy, and that was a really dark time. And I was already into yoga, into meditation, into journaling, I had so many things in my toolbox. And somehow I couldn't move past the pain. I couldn't help myself. I was completely helpless and hopeless and just not good. And what happened is I met a healer. I was looking for a healer. I wanted to work in something else. You know, I didn't need to talk about it. I couldn't talk about it. I couldn't talk about it to anyone. It was too painful to find words onto it and to express it, to put it outside. So I needed something other, to work on another realms, to be like, okay, it's been a few months now, and I decide and I have the desire to get better. So what do I do? And I made this, that was my first point into energetics and deep healing, you know, energy healing. And that's when I discovered Reiki. That's when I discovered magnetism. I don't know if you say that in English, if it's a thing. But yeah, working with those kind of medicine. And it changed my life. It changed my life multiple times, because I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to do anything. Just relax. And it was happening on other things that I had no clue of what was going on. I could feel stream of energies moving through me, and I could just notice the transformation that happened afterwards, like how my life changed and unfolded when I was stuck with something. That was my first point with the abortion, and it really helped me to move past that pain, move past that traumatic experience. And it was a big part of my healing. I cannot even tell you how healing and powerful it was. And then I got to do a lot more work when I was stuck in my life. I didn't know what to do. I was struggling with like my life, my career, my path. I was struggling with like my money mindset. I was like, I'm so stuck. I always feel afraid that I'm not gonna survive, that I will not have money, that I will not have success, that my dreams are inaccessible. I don't even know what I want. I'm so stuck. I don't know what is the next step. People are telling me to do this and that, and I don't feel like it. And I was so lost. And sometimes one session, and on the evening, everything was clear. Like it was so obvious. It was like it was always there, because it was, but I couldn't see it because I had so many blocks and bullshit blocking it. that's exactly what I'm gonna share with you this Friday in Inner Alchemy, because I love doing this work. I wish I could do more of that in live, and I think I'm gonna do it actually. Why not? It's just that sometimes my screen goes black, so it's like I need to be there, and when I guide, sometimes I just close my eyes and stuff. But I want to get more into the guidance of, it's nice to share point of views, and we can have a lot of breakthrough when we watch a video live on Instagram and when we connect and exchange, because right now there is a lot happening. There is me talking, but it's not just what I say, it's my whole being, it's my whole energy, it's the energy we co-create together. That's the connection that happens. It's so powerful. And it's the same, but it's even deeper, the work that you can do and how much you can unlock things when you actually experience it for yourself, when it comes from within and you're guided into your own experience. So yeah, that's my way of sharing and loving and teaching and sharing my magic, is because I think it's so frustrating to attend all those events and nothing really happens. You know, like, you get a lot of information, it gets into your head, it's great, you take what you want, you leave what you don't like, but at the end of the day you feel like, did I really transform? Did anything really happen? And when you're guided through your own transformation, first of all, it's really empowering. And this is where the shit happens. Like, seriously. So, yeah. Just to tell you a little bit more about what we're going to do this Friday, I really wanted to have the best of both worlds. I love so much Woman Circle. We gather, we meditate, we dance together, we share, we journal, we have the introspection, and we have the connection, and we have the mystical of it, and we have, you know, the deep intention coming together, having this witchy vibe also of like, wow, we're connecting to our roots and what wise women used to do, and activating that wisdom when women gather and create magic together. So I really wanted to have that part. And I just love to learn. I just love to learn and grow and expand my mind. And I will do like 200 million things at the same time. I'm always into different containers, investing in myself, learning stuff. And I wanted the best of both. So I want that from the learning, from the masterclass aspect of Inner Alchemy, this spiritual event, or I don't know how to call it. You get that learning of like, oh, I'm gonna walk home with something, and you get the experience and the nourishment of that more mystical experience of like, oh, I come from myself. It's gonna be super fulfilling for my whole system, for my heart, for my energetic field. I will just like fill up the cup for myself, and I will walk home with some stuff that I can actually apply into my life and actually see result from it. We're gonna move through the energetics of the feminine, the masculine. It's gonna be more like a, how do you say, like something behind, I don't know how to, like a soil, where we're gonna take some, you know, connecting with the feminine energy in a way that you can be more in your expression, you can know yourself better, and just really connecting and exploring and experiencing yourself of like, what's alive for me right now. And we get also into using the masculine energy to bring that chaotic and explosive and flowing and creative essence into the reality, into that 3D experience as humans, and grounding your vision. We're going to work on vision, creating your vision. That's one of my favorite subjects. And that's not just about doing vision boards. Like, I started like that, you know, I started doing vision boards and, you know, collecting stuff that you want in your life and having a vision. But I believe creating a vision comes from the deeper part of yourself that is then expressed outside, and you create your vision from that, not from like what you think you want on the outside, and then you try to bring it inside. It's the other way around. It's like you're so much of yourself, you're so expressed, you're so liberated that your vision is like coming out of you. It's like over spilling, over spitting, over, I don't know. I love this idea, but I don't know the word in English. Help me with that. If you can, just drop that in the comment. If you came as long as that in the video, please help me find that meaning of like where you're like, yeah, it's like you're so full that then it's overflowing, over, I don't know. So we work with that, and the core of it is sovereignty. I believe in that more than I believe in anything. That's what is at the core of everything that I do, everything that I teach with my private client within the Awakened Goddess, which is my 3 months transformation journey with me. That's why I teach when I'm a guest expert in any, in podcasts or in other containers or anywhere, is that idea of we all have our own truth, our own uniqueness, our own sovereignty over ourselves. We don't need to listen to anyone else. We need to come together to create some magic so we can inspire and uplift each other, sharing different roadmaps and perception of the world, so we expand that mind of the what's possible. But at the end of the day, you really want to experience that inner sovereignty of like, I'm the queen of my queendom within myself. I'm so rooted in my truth, in who I am, that I create from that place, and I'm sovereign, and I put my crown on, and yeah, life unfolds from that. My relationships unfold from that. My career, my work, my success, my experience. And so that's a lot of things we're gonna explore this Friday. It's a 2-hour gathering, and it's magical. So I have the link in my bio if you feel called to join, if it's a full body. Yes, you want to experience that with me. It's very special. We're gonna do a lot of embodiment practices, some movement, some breath, some visualization work. We're gonna work with the vision, bringing that vision into Lorraine. I know you love that when I say your name in French. I know we're supposed to meet right now. I'm finishing my live and I'm jumping on a call with you. Love you so much, Queen. So yes, as I was saying, I have this very cool event coming on Friday. So yeah, joining those different layers of inner transformation that comes from that inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is that inner transformation, using everything that is already within you, using that fire to transform it, to alchemize everything into expansion, into being your higher self that is already within you. It's already present. You don't have to do anything to fix yourself. That's the point here. You don't want to fix yourself. You don't need to fix yourself. We are all perfect the way we are. When we bring more acceptance to that, that's when the inner transformation happens. That's when the inner alchemy happens, because you're not trying to fix yourself and to grow out of your pain and your limitation because you're fighting it, but you're embracing it and alchemizing it into expansion. And it's so delicious. It's so delicious. Hi, Chelsea. I'm so happy. I was actually finishing my live right now. So I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Enjoy, and yeah, feel free to join me on Friday. It's gonna be freaking epic. Also, if you have questions about my other container and you want to join the magic of transformation with me, I will be so happy to have you within the Awakened Goddess mentorship or working. I have also intensive coaching calls, and I have many other things that are, all the links are in my bio actually. So yeah, love you.